If you have a hard time understanding women, this video is for you. Now, if you read the title, Ways to Manipulate, I know the first thing you might be thinking is, oh, manipulation is wrong. Well, at its core value, manipulation, let's look at it, is getting an outcome through influencing another person. So if you think, yo, bro, manipulation is wrong, I'm never going to do that. Well, you're probably going to be cooked when the girl you're with manipulates you into getting an outcome she wants through influence. So let me ask you a question. You think when the girl gives you the silent treatment, that's not manipulation? Or you think when a girl says, well, if you love me, you do it, that's not manipulation? Or let's say you do something she doesn't like and she says, oh my God, just say that you hate me, that's not manipulation? So in this video, we're not gonna use manipulation in its negative connotation. Here, we're gonna see how can we get the outcomes we want through influence. How can we even the playing field? Because right now, in 2026, a lot of girls fool you out of your money, out of your pockets, out of your time, and you're left confused on what you did wrong. Now, we're going to go through the three most common types of manipulation that girls and you can also use to your advantage. There are more types, but I touch on those inside the school. So let's start with the first one. The first type is plausible deniability. This is the number one best thing you can do as a hooper, as a player, as someone who wants to deal with women. The next one, emotional withdrawal. This one falls under what I mentioned earlier with the silent treatment that girl does, that most girls do. Or a girl might say, if you love me, you do it. This is emotional withdrawal, using their emotions to their advantage. It's similar to rage baiting and shit testing. Next up, we have hope baiting. With the hope baiting, you're really just selling a girl a dream. You're letting her, it's the equivalent to, let's say, you're with a girl and she wants to date you. You say something like, I'm not ready for a relationship right now, but I can see one in the future. You're feeding her hope and you're feeding her cope. So these are the most common types that we'll be discussing in this video that most of these items will fit into. Now, since I just mentioned plausible deniability is just the same thing as being dumb. I know I didn't give you a concrete definition, but when you think of plausible deniability, think of playing dumb. You're playing dumb and you have a reason to why you're not doing what they think you're doing. Now, obviously, if I just said this is one of the methods for manipulation, plausible deniability, playing dumb would obviously go into women love you as far as being S tier ranked as far as manipulation tactics. Now, if you're probably confused, how is something so simple so great? Now, I'm going to use an example that's currently trending on TikTok or Twitter. Now, this phrase, calling her sis, I'm going to give you guys some context. I have the video, and we're going to use this video to set forth how we will be going along with the items on this tier list. So, with calling her sister, you're low-key friend-zoning her, right? But I'm going to show you what happens when you do it entirely wrong. We have a popular influencer. Let's see. Where is the video? The video is right here.
Golden hour, come.
So, this guy is known for calling this girl sis. Now, actually, I want to start with the first video, which is this one.
Yana, first of all, I seen your boyfriend on your story. I gotta vet him. I gotta talk to that nigga.
This guy doesn't have to vet shit, but because they're role playing this big bro little sis vibe, he can get away with saying this in her eyes. Let's rewatch.
I gotta vet him. I gotta talk to that nigga. Set that up. I gotta talk to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I gotta approve. Big bro gotta approve.
Now, normally what he's saying is kind of weird, but because they've already had this dynamic of, oh, I'm the big bro, you're the little sis, he can get away with saying such statements. Now that he has set the dynamic of where, oh, we're not anything serious, I'm just the big bro, he can pull out cards like this. He can break the touch barrier and no one can raise any questions because given the context, it makes sense. He has what we like to call plausible deniability.
Golden hour, come, light.
He grabbed her neck and she didn't check him. This dynamic is normal. Now, I was supposed to bring a picture of where people took a screenshot. Hopefully, editor, put the screenshot right here. It's from this video, but I don't know how people was able to nitpick and find it. But if you look at her face and you look how he's dominating her, this is not a normal dynamic and interaction. If this was not in 4K, the girl would have not been aware of what he was trying to do or not trying to do. But the point here is he can make the vibe comfortable and he has a free plausible deniability of, oh, I'm just a big bro. No, I don't want you. While doing all the things that most strangers can't do. He can grab her neck, say, get in the camera, and all she can do is laugh it off. Look at this picture. This is normal given their dynamic. And that is walking plausible deniability. Now, the only problem with him doing this is it's in 4K. Normally when you do, let's look at our definition. Normally when you do get an outcome through influence, it works. But when you're live streaming and you're doing it through video, the girl might not be aware of what you're doing, but people on the chat, people on the internet, you really can't fool the internet. They will nitpick, they will read the body language. You're caught in 4K. Now, this was this guy's entire plan that he knew what he was doing, but right now he's in a position to where he can hug her, slap her, not actually slap her, but hug her, be chill with her, break the touch barrier without being deemed as creepy in Yana eyes. That's the light-skinned girl name. So this is just one example that was currently trending on Twitter or TikTok. And we're gonna replay what he just did.
Golden hour, come, light. Light your face, too light.
He didn't ask, hey, can you come in the camera? He grabbed her neck, pulled her, and look at her face. This type of face is normally not caught on camera, but now that it's caught on camera, it's not a good look for the guy who's using this type of trick. So, with that being said, calling her sis with it being a trending thing, it's low-key becoming patched. All the girls are seeing the videos and all the girls are saying, I'm finna put the comments right here. All the girls are now aware of this tactic and it is now patched. So if you call her sis, you can still use it, but use it sparingly. Maybe once every blue moon, but don't spam it because as of right now in current trends, this is patched. Next up, I think lying is a little too obvious. Let's start with, I was gonna buy you this. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys this question. Where does I was gonna buy you this fall under? Hope baiting, emotional withdrawal, or plausible deniability? This easily falls under hope baiting because we were not gonna buy her shit. But the fact that we considered actually buying her something, it gives her a hope for the future that you'll be a trick and you'll be willing to spend money on her carelessly. So I was gonna buy you this. It's A rank. It's ultra gullible if she falls for this, bro. Thank you for believing that I was actually gonna spend the bag on you. Whole time we just only want to crush. We only want to crack. But the fact that we can sell her this dream is the perfect hope bait that let her think you're special, that you're the one. Next up is flirting with her friends. Now, this one doesn't neatly fall under any of these. That's why I said there's more types of manipulation tactics. But when you do flirt with her friends, and her friends flirt with you back, you have free social proof. It is now deemed as normal to flirt with you. You're the, what's it called? The guy of the room, the ladies guy, a player. If she sees that her friends are comfortable flirting with you, she sees you as someone that's desirable. If you were boring, if no one liked you, why would she like you? So if she sees you flirting with her friends and her friends flirt with you back, she might get jealous. Now you're using her own feelings against her, But now you're putting yourself where the power dynamic is in your favor. So let's say this same girl is acting weird towards you. Well, that's okay. You've been flirting with her friends this entire time. So it doesn't matter because you can just hop from friend to friend without giving a damn about the first girl who you were friends with, or you know what I'm saying. Point is, this gives you free social proof. Girls like what other girls like. If no one likes you, the other girls won't like you. It's like Jordans or your favorite pair of designer or Gucci. Everyone likes it, so your brain finds other reasons to like it more. But if no one likes you, your brain finds other reasons to not like you either. It's social proof, it's sheep maxing. Point is, girls don't think for themselves. Most girls don't. And it's not their fault. Because when they see you flirting with her friends, they deem you as a safe guy. I mean, if he's around girls, I mean, he must be safe. Versus you being by yourself, is you come off as creepy. So that goes into S tier, and women love you because they're naturally biologically wired to like men who are around other women. It's in their nature. Next up is I'd never do you like that. This is also ultra gullible. This is hope baiting. Now, assuming that you're a good guy, okay, obviously you would actually never do her like that, obviously. But if you just want to crack, you sell her the hope of, oh my gosh, he actually cares. Ultra gullible. So if you use this technique and she falls for it, or in fact, let's say she doesn't fall for it, but she plays along, that's all we need. Continue playing along this character just until we can crack. Next up is, I want something that's more interesting here, right? This one is the biggest gold mine of all time, bro. If you're with a girl and you say, I don't release off head, I don't come off head, you just gave her a challenge. All she hears is, bet. You don't? I'm going to show you do. You gave her a chance. You put her in a position to where she has to prove herself. This is the equivalent to telling a girl, you're not like that. You're a good girl. You're scared, and that's okay. I'm not gonna. You're playing. It's almost the equivalent to doing reverse psychology. Yeah, girl, telling her, yeah, I normally don't nut off head, or I don't come off head, and it's okay. And I wouldn't be surprised if you can't make me come either. It's okay. I'm just built different. All she hears is bet. And then when you do actually release in her face, she's gonna be like, yeah, I told you I could do it. Yeah, I know. I was lying. I actually do nut off head. I just wanted you to do it for free. But obviously you won't tell the girl that, but let her feel happy. Let her feel the enjoyment off of, I guess, technically defeating you. Like, it's almost as if you set a small trap for a mouse to eat. The mouse thought they won, but this is what you wanted. You're in the trap eating the cheese, and the moment you leave, we got you. Hope baiting. Emotional withdrawal. All I'm going to say is this is just simple reverse psychology. If you're with the girl and you say, yeah, you don't have to do it. I mean, I don't really nut off head. It's okay. The girl, if she knows what she's doing, she feels the challenge. Next up on the list is acting zesty. Now, I'm going to tell you this shit right now. Hooper to hooper. This right here. Now, you've probably seen people act zesty to go to girl sleepover, maybe in your high school, maybe your middle school. You've probably seen some unethical hoopers pull this shit off, act zesty, match the energy of the girl, basically act like a girl to the girl they want, and it might have worked for them. Now, I think zesty, I'm gonna be quite frank, hoopers. If you have to act out of yourself, if you have to act like a girl, like, you know what I mean, with that body language, hooper to hooper, bro, you are cooked without exaggeration. The problem with acting zesty, obviously, this is obviously not a good thing. The problem with acting zesty and you are using her type of language back at her is when you do fuck her or when you do use her language, this is one of the fastest ways to friend zone yourself. If when you're with the girl, instead of you turning on your, hey, how you doing, your serious voice, you're saying shit like, hey, bitch. I don't even know how I pulled that shit off. But if you're saying shit like, hey, if you're acting like a girl to the girl, that's not hooping. That's friend zoning yourself. And it gets to a point where even if it works, it's low key bad hoops. Because let's say you do end up fucking out of pity, it won't be good because normally when you do fuck, girls like to be dominated. And if you're emitting this type of frequency to the girl, she can't view you in a way where she can call you daddy. Or where you can get behind her, take what you want, take her clothes off, with consent obviously, but you can't be the man in the bedroom acting zesty. And I know you've probably seen some clips of some influencers. They might approach a girl in the mall, they might act zesty, say, hey girl, let's do a sleepover or come do my nails, and it might work for them. But if you notice in these same type of videos, the moment they go from acting zesty to acting like a dude, the girl is confused. The girl might say, I thought you were with the other side. Point is, if you think acting zesty is going to get you the outcome you want, it won't. And if it does, that's just sad, bro. Now, we're not here to judge hoops, but it gets to a point, if you pull out this card just to crack, let's just hope she doesn't tell everyone else that she thought she was playing for the other side. We've already seen this Boston Richie allegations. You don't want to be touched. You don't want those allegations to come out, because once they do, they're like a stain on your record. You cannot wash that out. It's like a shit stain in your pants, bro. So be wary of other hoopers who try to use this method. This is like a black horse. You shouldn't be using it. And if you do use it extremely sparingly. But if this is your main way to get buns, you gotta be studied. Next up, telling a girl, I'm trying to focus on myself right now. This is every hooper's go-to. Ultra gullible max. I'm telling you, you play this card whenever you're messing with a girl, but you found a better all-star player, aka another girl, that you're putting your time and attention to. So now the other girl you was initially with is now confused on where her time and attention went. I know I just said a lot of verbiage, so let me break that shit down, right? Let's say, for example, you used to fuck with a girl. Now you're not feeling her no more. She asks you, why have you been treating me weird? So instead of you telling her up front you don't fuck her ass no more, you tell her, I'm trying to focus on myself right now. Or you might even say, I'm going through a lot right now. And she has no choice but to abide. She has no other choice but to listen to you, because if she press any further, it's as if she wants to worsen the problem. If you tell a girl you're going through a lot right now, and she somehow decides to make it worse, now you even have more plausible deniability to cut her off. If you tell her you're trying to focus on yourself right now, and she's still spam texting you, she's still on your meat, you can literally use that as fuel to say, I can't do this no more. I told you I was focusing on myself, and you're still doing too much. I'm just trying to focus. I'm trying to lock into my career, and you're still not listening. So if you say these lines and she's still on your dick, the next move is to tell her enough is enough. You told her what it is, and she has listening issues. She can't follow instructions. Her 10-day contract is up. Next up, we have telling the girl it's something special about you. Now, guys, if you remember in our previous three methods, plausible deniability, emotional withdrawal, hope baiting, I'm going to ask you, where would saying it's something special about you fall under? Now, it low-key falls in between hope baiting and emotional withdrawal, but it's more so leaning towards neither. In the sense of, when you tell a girl it's something special about you, you normally use this type of playmaking animation when a girl asks, why do you like me? This is super crucial. Using this play is super crucial, because when a girl asks you, why do you like me? She's looking for reassurance. She's looking for you to feed her ego. But by simply saying nonchalantly, yeah, that's just something special about you. I can't put my finger on it, honestly, but I just feel it in my heart. And if she asks, so what do you feel? I can show you better than I can tell you. Now you have room to break the touch barrier, do the massage test, check out the school. you have a lot of excuses to escalate the sexual tension between you guys. So for the girls who fall for this, we're gonna put them in the ultra gullible category. It usually works. It's just context dependent. Let's see. Next one is, I need something more interesting here. Doing a reverse flirt. This one we have to touch on. Now, if you do a reverse flirt, without a doubt, women love you. If you do a reverse flirt, okay, I'm going to explain what a reverse flirt is, and I'm going to explain why it's highly effective. A reverse flirt is basically flipping the dynamic between you and the girl. Like, for example, right? Let's say when you go in the girl's room, I know I mentioned this reverse flirt technique in a How to Crack the College video, right? The moment you go in the girl's room, saying something as simple as, yo, where is my water? You're supposed to be impressing me. Like, you're using her own type of language back at her in a non-zesty way. You're framing yourself in the best position possible, because now she's going to be working to prove how much she likes you. So when you simply say something as simple as, you're cooler than I thought. I thought you were kind of lame, but I'm actually impressed. Now, the dynamic is, she's not only vetting you, you're also vetting her, and that's ideal. If you do not do a reverse flirt, the girl will always assume you like her more than she likes you. We already know the rules of hypergamy. Girls look up. So if you're not reverse flirting, or if you're not positioning yourself to where the girl thinks she has to win your attention, you're probably cooked. So using a reverse flirt, I kind of go more in detail in the school on how to actually use it. But hoopers that know how to use this shit, women love you. This is a S tier move. Most guys who do the reverse flirt try to lean more towards being too cocky and braggadocious, and that's a thin line you don't want to jump over. Next up we have, this is too easy. I want something, ooh, my mom is calling. This one is very important. Now, if you have to hang up on her for any reason, where it's your homegirl calling you, your homeboy calling you, automatically tell her, hold up real quick, my mom calling. Off the rip, when you say your mom is calling, she has no other choice but to think you're talking to another bitch. She thinks his mom is not calling. He's talking to someone else right now, and I am jealous. Now, obviously, you don't want to spam this too much, but if the girl ever tries to check you and say, how come your mom is always calling? You can gaslight her. Be like, me and my mom have a special relationship. I don't know why would you think the worst of it? I thought we had something special here. I can't have a regular phone call with my mom? Why are you questioning me? This is the woman who birthed me, and you're here thinking the worst? Are you projecting right now? You can gaslight the hell out of her, because the truth is, she wouldn't know who called. So the moment you mention your mom called, you're green. If you had said your homegirl called, it's suspicious. If you say your homeboy is calling, it's still suspicious, because anyone who's not like a close family, like relative, like your mom or your dad, anyone who's not a close family member that calls you, she's gonna think, oh, so you think your homeboy is more important than me? Oh, you think your homegirl is more important than me? But when you pull out the strap card, my mom is calling, she has no choice but to abide and listen. Oh shit, his mom is calling. Even though I don't believe his bullshit, I have no choice but to be gullible. That's why it falls in the ultra gullible category. We're gonna speed this shit up. Lying, every hooper already knows what to do with this lying. I mean, it's decent, but we have to be more specific. How are you lying? Are you saying your favorite color is red when it's actually blue? We're gonna speed this tier list up. It's common sense that lying is decent. Next up, ignoring her works, but it's only if you just simply ignore her, you have to give her something to bite on. A lot of people just say, yo, bro, just ignore her and then she'll chase you. It's not that simple. You have to either do the push and pull method. You have to either give her, you might even have to love bomb her. You just can't just ignore her just to ignore her, because everyone knows it's patched. Now, by itself, it's cooked and it's patched. But if you know how to pair it with any other method within this list right here, women love you. But by itself, it's patched. Everyone knows, oh, he's just trying to make me be jealous. But when you pair it with, like I said, a reverse flirt, flirting with her friends, playing dumb, even this is my favorite phrase, I don't nut off head, she has no choice but to be gullible. But by itself, Anyone can say, bro, ignore these girls and they'll follow you. That's not that. It's not that black and white. And if anyone is selling you that dream, be aware that they're literally hope baiting you. Let's hoop. Next up, telling a girl you're with. Like, for example, I know I didn't give more context with this example, but let's say you're with a girl, and the girl you're fucking with is asking, who's that girl you're with? Saying she's just a friend. This is high key. This is ultra gullible. This one is so gullible. If she falls for she's just a friend, thank God she's super, not stupid, but the fact that she fell for this type of phrase means you have yourself a foolish one on your hands. Now we're not here to roast. The reason why saying she's just a friend is so ideal, let's look at our definition, right? Manipulation is getting an outcome through influence, right? If you tell, okay, I need names here so it makes sense. Let's say you have a friend named Keisha, and the girl you're with is Becky. If Becky is saying, who the hell is Keisha? By you saying Keisha is just a friend, the outcome you get is still being cool with Keisha and clapping that shit. And it's through influencing Becky with your words. She's just a friend. And the cherry on top, if you guys were already friends before you was messing with Becky, bro, you're cooling. Becky can't do shit. Next up, what do I have to lie for? Bro, it's common sense. Bro, let's be realistic here. If they fall for this, ultra gullible. I have to get to know you more. Ultra gullible. I am not ready for a relationship. Ultra gullible. We know it's plausible deniability is women love you. Roasting her. Oh, this one. This is the equivalent to rage baiting her. But the problem is you have to know when it's too much, right? Now, I'm going to put a screenshot here in the school. This hooper is roasting a girl, but he did too much. You have to be aware of the context. When you do roast a girl, you have to start off with something light. Something as simple as, I don't like your shirt. See how she reacts to it. You have to give her like breadcrumbs to see how much she can take, because if you end up biting more than you can chew, you won't be able to come back. You went too far, bro. So when you do roast her, use it sparingly. You have to move militant. You have to see how she is as a person and see what she can and can't take. But if you go too far with the roast, there's a road you can't go back on. You said the one thing, you talk about her dad, bro, knowing she has daddy issues, you're cooked. You talked about the size of her. Let's not go too far. But the point is, if you roast her sparingly and you know how to optimize the roast, women love you. I don't want to rush anything. This one is top tier. I'm going to be quite frank with every guy listening to this audio. When you are in the bedroom with her and you slow everything down, you're not in a rush to crack, you're slowly touching her, you slow down the foreplay, you make it very clear whether we fuck or not, I am good. The moment you tell her, I don't want to rush anything, we can take our time, you can chill, all of her anxiety is gone. I'm being serious. If she came in the bedroom anxious, like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm ready, and then you say, I don't want to rush anything, we can just hug, we can just cuddle, we can just watch a show on Netflix, we can just play Uno, we can play Jenga, everything here is chill vibes, you're the chill guy, she's going to want to fuck you faster, bro. Because she thinks, damn, he's not tripping on clapping me? That means when I leave, he's going to find someone else to clap. I have to clap him now. That's how they think. So if, I've already said this before, act like you've been here before. So by simply saying, I don't want to rush anything, you're playing into the idea of reverse psychology. Deep down, you want to rush everything, but you know you can't, because if you do rush it, one, the experience won't be good. She'll be in her head too much. And if the experience isn't good, what's the whole point of clapping? If she's not soaking wet water clapping her shit, did you really enjoy it or did you get carpet burn? Man, let's hoop. Next up, telling a girl you're the only person I talk to. This is almost as bad as acting zesty, bro. You have to look at the date. You have to look at the times we're in. Telling a girl you're the only person I talk to is the equivalent to saying, I get no bitches, man. Ain't gonna lie. You're the only girl I talk to because no other girl will talk to me. So in her head, she's wondering, why am I the only person he talks to? Is it because he's weird? Is it because he's undesirable? You want to know who isn't the only person women talk to? The guy at the top of the hypergamy pyramid, or you know that little bullshit chart. The guy that gets all the bitches is never saying you're the only person I talk to. If you do want to tell a girl you're the only person she talks to, you're better off saying you're the only person I'm taking serious. If you replace I talk to with I'm taking serious, in her head she's thinking, okay, he has options, but he's only taking me serious. I'm his top option. I'm his top person in the draft that he's about to get. I'm his future star player. And this is the ideal position you want to place yourself in. But if you're saying you're the only person I talk to, bro, pack it up, hang your jersey. You're not ready to hoop, bro. Next up, telling a girl if you say so. This is just nonchalant. It's not bad. If she thinks you're cheating, just say if you say so. I mean, I already rested my case. I'm not going to argue with you about it. This one is ultra gullible at the end of it, but it's decent if you say so. It's the most nonchalant move you can say. This I'm going through a lot right now. This also goes into ultra gullible. And I was gonna buy you this. I think I pulled this one off before, right? I didn't. Yeah, I was gonna buy you this ultra gullible. You was not gonna buy her shit. True hoopers. If you have to trick and take her grocery shopping or take her to the mall or spend, or if you have to spend a big bag on her just to crack, my guy, you're cooked. Spending money does not equal spiking her emotions. All that means is, damn, I don't really like him, so I have to monetize me letting him fuck. You heard me right. If you have to spend a bag on her to clap, you're no better than someone who pay for it. You're low-key like an OF Maxer. You're a gooner that sits on this computer and sends money to damn girls. Anyways, guys, this is the tier list. If you want more specific examples, check out the school, the Hooper's Playbook, look at the cookbook, and that's the end of the video. Take notes. Man, let's hoop. Is you hooping? You ain't say let's hoop, bro. I'm waiting. Come on. Nigga, you still ain't say it, man. Fuck you, bro. Man, let's hoop. Pause.